Guys, I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous. So nervous. For those of you who don't know, this is Pokemon Run Bun. This is maybe the hardest game, currently thought of as the hardest game to Nuzlocke. We have made it to the Elite Four. We are on attempt 1. It's been quite the attempt. It's been really fun. It's been really stressful. It's been really awful. It's been everything. One way or another, it ends here. So, Run Bun in the Elite Four. Other than having crazy, insane teams, there is a catch to the Run Bun Elite Four. Each member of the Elite Four has 2 teams. There's a single battle team and a double battle team. In order to get to the champion, you need to beat 2 single teams and 2 double teams. So we have to choose whether we want to go for the single battle or the double battle. On each of the 4 teams, you have to have 2 of each. These are the teams. So Sydney can choose between this guy or this guy. Phoebe's doubles, single. Here's single here. Also, ton of legendaries. Double has even more legendaries. We've got Glacia with a Calyrex Ice. That's super fun. Both Curums on either single or double. Then we have the infamous Drake with some Dragapults, some Mega Salamences, some legendary whatevers. All sorts of crap. And then finally is Champion Wallace with a single battle team with a Kyogre Primal that makes it rain. This is what we're up against. We need 6 Mons to deal with these 5 teams. The good news is we get to choose between single and double battle. So what we're gonna do here is I'll explain what we're doing. Let's reveal the team, yeah? We'll start off with the first obvious 2. These are no-brainers. Dragapult and Urshifu. We're not breaking the formula here with these guys. We're going Dragapult and Urshifu, our big hitters. Those are our first 2. We're taking Primarina. Primarina's our 3rd slot. That is our fairy type. Absol. Absol's our dark type. Absol is our happy-go-lucky dark type. Number 5, Maximino the Slowbro coming in hot. I don't think Slowbro has done anything yet, but Slowbro is going to need to absolutely clutch up for this fight. Our 6th Mon. Now, chat, there is a semi-custom to bring a new Mon to the Elite Four. I know that. I'm not going to do that, guys. I'm not going to do it. I'm sorry. I will not be bringing a new Mon because my contribution to something new is hopefully doing this in attempt 1, in 1 attempt. We got to pull out all the stops. This is not a new Mon. However, I do think this is a very fun addition. I believe this Pokemon has been championed exactly once. Maybe more than once, but I think it's exactly once. It does my heart great to bring this guy. This guy has been tried and true throughout this run. He is reliable. He is dependable. You don't want to hold him too hard because he hurts your hands a little bit, but we are bringing Togi, Pretzel, my boy, my goat. Pretzel is coming to the Elite Four, baby. This is our team. I'm very happy that Togi is coming because Togi has been with us the longest of all of these Mons, and it feels a little bad to bring Slowbro, Primarina, and Absol, who really haven't done much. Absol has been there for a while, but Slowbro and Primarina were very recent additions, and they really haven't done much, so I'm happy to be able to bring Togedemaru. But yes, it was very hard to not bring roamers. Both Quigley and Amorous and Thundurus were huge omissions. I really wish I could bring both of them, but unfortunately, it makes Glacia even harder than she already is. Glacia is so difficult, even with the team that I have, and I could not afford another Ice-type resist, or Ice-type weakness. Well, it took days. This cook has taken days. I was changing stuff as recent as last night to make things slightly more optimal. There are certain problematic Mons in this Elite Four that you kind of need like answers to. So if you can find the answers to those problematic Mons, then you can kind of like grow out the team, if that makes sense. Oh God, guys. Argosh. It's come down to this. This is our last stand against Pokemon Run Bun. 1 attempt, over 50 streams, the longest attempt I've ever streamed. Roughly 650 gigabytes of VODs to go through. I believe this is the 60-second stream. We got so many good encounters, so many good Pokemon, so many bad Pokemon. We've lost so many lives, made so many mistakes, but somehow I've clawed it to the Elite Four in attempt 1, and this is our goal, to beat the last 5 trainers of the game. We're doing doubles Sydney, doubles Phoebe, singles Glacia, singles Drake, and then it's always singles for Wallace. I think there are ways to do this Elite Four flawless. I didn't find it. I don't have it. This is not a guaranteed win, so this can result in a wipe. This is not a done deal, but we're going to do our best. I've done my best to minimize risk in as many places as I can, and we're just going to have to let RNGesus take the wheel for the rest of it. Here we go. Beyond this point, only those trainers who have collected all the gym badges are permitted to enter. Trainer, let us confirm that you have all the gym badges. Just so you all know, there are no intentional sacks until Wallace. That doesn't mean that we won't have to sack, but there are no specifically planned sacks until Wallace, okay? No turning back. So, Sydney doubles. Welcome, challenger. I'm Sydney of the Elite Four. Let me explain the rules. You will face 4 of greatest trainers in the region. Okay, okay, Sydney. To truly test your battling skills, we require a balance of 2 single and 2 double battles. You are free to choose which members to battle in each style. I like that look you're giving me. I guess you'll give me a good match. Getting the doubles out of the way. We need to do 2 doubles. Here we go. We are leading, they lead Incineroar and Articuno. We are leading Thompson and Shelly Ann. Intimidate immediately drops Shelly Ann's attack, and that activates our eject pack. This is a way to get our Absol in without being intimidated, because Absol is very important here. Okay. Urshifu is intimidated, but it doesn't matter because with Surging Strikes on all of the rolls, Incineroar sees that we kill Thompson with a fake out. Let me rephrase that. Urshifu sees a guaranteed kill onto Incineroar with Surging Strikes. So this will cause Incineroar to always go fake out into Thompson. That doesn't actually really matter. What's more important is that Articuno sees a kill on both Thompson and McLaughlin. However, Thompson is faster because of his Choice Scarf. The AI always prioritizes a fast kill over a slow kill. A fast kill is when the AI Pokemon is faster than the Pokemon that it kills. A slow kill is when the AI is slower than the Pokemon it kills. So Articuno sees a slow kill onto Thompson and a fast kill onto McLaughlin with Hurricane. It will never go for the kill onto Thompson, okay? So what's happening right now is Incineroar is going to fake out Thompson, and Articuno is always going to kill McLaughlin because McLaughlin is slower. Thompson is going to switch out into Shelly Ann. This is important. Into Cocktail, rather. Cocktail is going to take the fake out chip, and Absol, we're going to Mega, and we're going to Detect. We could kill this Articuno. We could kill this Articuno with Knockoff, but we're actually going to Detect. Detect. So even if it fakes out McLaughlin, doesn't matter. But it fakes out, we take a little bit of damage, doesn't really matter. Hurricane into McLaughlin. Okay, now Cocktail has Encore, and with a Choice Scarf on Cocktail, we are faster than Incineroar. So we can Encore Incineroar and neuter that slot for 3 full turns. AI never switches out in double battles. So the Incineroar slot is going to be completely useless for 3 turns. We're going to Encore Incineroar, and we're simply going to kill Articuno. Now that we've Mega'd, we are faster than Articuno. Knockoff just kills Articuno. This is a psychic type. So, the other important thing here is that the slot that your Pokemon in determines what Pokemon comes out next for the opponent. So the AI sees its slot 1 adjacent to your slot 1. So my slot 1 is Cocktail. Their slot 1 is Incineroar. My slot 2 is Absol. Their slot 2 is Absol. So whatever Absol baits in is what comes in. And Absol baits in specifically and exactly Darkrai. Okay? Because Darkrai sees a fast kill on Absol. So Incineroar is stuck for 1 turn using Fake Out there. Good. Darkrai. So same thing here. Darkrai does not see a kill on Cocktail ever, so it never targets Primarina. Sludge Bomb does at most 211 damage. It never goes Dark Void. It always sees a fast kill on McLaughlin. Cocktail is going to switch out into Urshifu completely for free, and we are going to detect again with McLaughlin on either Sludge Bomb or Aura Sphere. It's one of the two, doesn't matter which, because we're detecting. Fake Out useless, Sludge Bomb useless. Okay, now we got Urshifu in. That is, I think, a glitch. It doesn't do anything. We're simply going to kill Darkrai with close combat. And what we're going to do here, this is why we have Play Rough, is we are going to do damage to Incineroar. This is very important. This Play Rough never crit kills Incineroar, and more importantly, it also never crits to trigger Incineroar's Iapapa Berry. And it is still stuck using Fake Out for 1 more turn. Close combat into Darkrai kills it instantly. Play Rough does enough damage for Incineroar for the following turn. Fake Out does nothing, right? Because it's not the first turn. Close combat kills. This drops Urshifu to -1 defense, -1 special defense. Okay. Now here's the nice thing. McLaughlin is again baiting whatever comes in. Nothing else sees a fast kill, so it's going to go in order of slow kill. So the next Pokemon that comes out after this bit of damage is Overquill. This Pokemon can go absolutely itself. I hate these Pokemon. Intimidate. So we're both at -1. That's okay. Because now, thanks to that Play Rough damage, Urshifu always kills Incineroar with close combat. Okay? Even at -1. The other thing that is super good about this Overquill, I'll say this, Sydney's Overquill, not nearly as as Archie's, is that Overquill has a move called Fell Stinger. Fell Stinger is a move that increases, adds +3 to your attack if you manage to kill a Pokemon with Fell Stinger. Because of that, the AI for Fell Stinger says, if I see a kill with Fell Stinger, I'm always clicking Fell Stinger. Always. McLaughlin is pre-damaged here to bait Fell Stinger. So it is always clicking Fell Stinger into McLaughlin. Thompson now gets to freely kill Incineroar. And McLaughlin on the Fell Stinger, we get to go to Primarina. Primarina is going to take nothing from Fell Stinger. Okay. Thompson, close combat. -2. It's a -2 defense, -2 special defense. Overquill never sees a kill on Thompson. It's always going Fell Stinger into Cocktail here. Now that Urshifu is at -2 defense, regular Urshifu, or Sydney's Urshifu comes in. We bait in Urshifu here. The reason that this Urshifu comes in is because Urshifu has a focus sash, so it does not see that we kill it in one shot with close combat. It sees that it kills us with close combat. So Urshifu is always going close combat here, -2. This is the first scary turn of the fight. Cocktail with Choice Scarf is faster than both of these mods. Because we had to pre-damage Urshifu just a little bit to ensure that Urshifu always sees a kill with close combat at -2, Overquill has 2 rolls. 2 of 16 rolls where Gunk Shot kills Thompson. Okay? So it's a 1/16th chance that it goes for the slow kill into Thompson. That's a critical hit. This is not an issue unless the Overquill connects with Gunk Shot, which is a, 85% accurate move in this game? And it also has to poison for it to be even remotely a problem. A crit and a poison is very, very, very bad. Crit, fine. Poison, fine. It is extremely, extremely unlikely. Thompson is going to go into Slowbro. And Primarina is slower than Urshifu, but faster than Overqwil. We are flip turning to break Urshifu's Focus Sash. So we're switching into Maximino. Urshifu is going to hit Maximino with a close combat. That is going to trigger his eject pack. Or eject button, rather. This lets me switch back into Urshifu. Now my defense drops are completely done. So this is the reason that it's scary if it goes for Gunk Shot here. So this lets me bring Urshifu back in. No more Intimidate. No more defense drops. Okay, this is the scary part. We really want this, I'm spacing, we really want the Overqwil to target Primarina with Gunk Shot because Pretzel is immune to that. So that's what we're going for. So let's see it. Let's see it. Let's see it. Gunk Shot into Pretzel. Gunk Shot into Pretzel. Okay. There we go. Urshifu's Sash is broken. Now we can freely close combat and kill that. The whole reason that I had to do it this way is because Urshifu has Unseen Fist, right? So I can't protect with Pretzel. But because of this, I can close combat Urshifu, kills it instantly, and I can fake out the Overqwil, okay? We're Choice Scarfed, so we're faster than Urshifu. It doesn't have close combat or anything. I mean, Sucker Punch or anything. It's dead. All right, 2 more Pokemon left. Last is the Mega Gyarados. Okay. Intimidate drops our attack. That sucks, but this is another important thing. This Gyarados now obviously sees a kill on Pretzel. It does see a kill on Thompson as well, because after the defense drop, Gyarados sees a kill with Power Whip. But it's never going to go for the kill on Thompson because it sees the fast kill on Pretzel because we have used an Iron Ball with Pretzel to have his speed so that Gyarados always sees a fast kill on Pretzel. So now it's always targeting Pretzel. Thompson is free to do whatever it wants. And Overqwil, again, we're at 34 HP. So Overqwil, even though it also sees a kill with Crunch onto Pretzel, it will only ever go for a Fell Stinger because it sees the kill with Pretzel. Or it sees the kill with Fell Stinger onto Pretzel. Okay? Gyarados, unfortunately for him, is always going to Mega. With an Intimidate, we do not get this kill unless we crit. If we crit, it's fine. Close Combat is going to go into Gyarados, and we're Spiky Shielding. Gyarados Megas, drops its Flying type, changes it for a Dark type. We're going to do more than 50% here. Doesn't have Earthquake or anything, so this is totally safe. Thompson close Clizzies. No crit, that's fine. Fell Stinger. That's actually going to do a little bit of chip damage. Gyarados goes Waterfall. Okay. So, now we take the final kill on Gyarados. And this part, it's almost over, but not quite. So now, we are switching Togedemaru into Paralyzed Dragapult. Dragapult's going to eat the Fell Stinger. We're going to kill the Gyarados before it gets off an attack. Okay. Fell Stinger. Easy peasy. Okay. Why is Dragapult paralyzed? Great question. Dragapult is paralyzed so that this now, again, sees a fast kill onto Shelly Ann with Crunch. So, Urshifu. Now, the thing with Urshifu, unfortunately, here, is that we are actually out of close combat PP. But this is fine. We're going to switch out. We can't just stay in close combat. We will struggle ourselves here. What we actually need to do here before taking the kill on this Overqwil is we actually need to damage Thompson a little bit because Thompson needs to be at 250 for the next fight. So we're going to have to do that very safely by baiting attacks from Overqwil, but that is very easy to do. So here's how we're going to do. Dragapult always baits a fast kill Crunch here. So we are going to switch Urshifu into Togedemaru. Togedemaru's never getting hit here. We're going to need to switch Dragapult into Primarina on the Crunch, okay? Okay, even if this crits, which it did, it doesn't matter. Why? Because Overquill again only sees Fellstinger kill onto Pretzel. So now Pretzel is baiting Fellstinger. Fast kill, crazy stupid damage, Fellstinger fast kill onto Pretzel. So we're gonna go to Urshifu to take just a smidge of damage. And what we're actually gonna do next is, this is kind of badass. We're gonna flip turn our own Urshifu to do more damage to it. Go back to Pretzel. Fellstinger onto Urshifu. Does that get us to 250? It does not. So we need a tiny bit more damage onto Thompson here. So what we're going to do is we're going to switch back out to Primarina. We're going to fake out Overquill. Okay. This is again baiting Fellstinger onto Pretzel. So the one thing I got to make sure that Flip Turn doesn't kill Overquill from this range. Obviously doesn't. So now all we got to do, Flip Turn Overquill, switch Pretzel one last time into Thompson. And now we are under 250 and we're good to go. Go back to Togedemaru. Under 250. Fake out. Surgeon strikes. That's Sydney. Boom! Okay. Woo! Sydney defeated. All right, $20,000. Jesus, high roller over there. That one was good. It only gets harder from here, kind of. So Phoebe has a Decidueye with a Focus Sash, Hisuian Decidueye. This Focus Sash is extremely annoying. As you can see, it also has Scrappy, so it hits ghost types. Chandelure is its second lead, and it has Shadow Tag, which makes things pretty annoying. Blastoise is also annoying because it's really unpredictable as to what it's going to do if you can't bait kills. Muddy Water sucks, right? Because there's two attacks, or it hits both Mons. There's Focus Blast, there's Follow Me, and there's Fake Out. Super annoying. We got a Lunala with a Power Herb and Meteor Beam along with Tailwind. And we've got a Giratina Origin with Grizius Orb, which means that it's an Origin form. And it's got, like, just a nasty moveset here. And then, of course, you have the Mega Gengar. Again, we're going to use similar double battle strats where we're baiting slow kills versus fast kills and just trying to get through this in one piece. Okay. I'm Phoebe of the Elite Four. I did my training on Mount Pyre. Speaking of that, your Pokemon took a beating from Sydney, eh? Please heal up before we battle. Wait, what? Oh, okay, there's a heal button. Okay. I thought she was gonna make us do it. That was terrifying for a second. All right, Phoebe leads with Chandelure and Decidueye. So once again, both Chandelure and Decidueye see fast kills onto Pretzel. In fact, Chandelure also sees a fast kill into regular Absol, but we're gonna Mega and kill her. Thankfully, our Absol is just faster than Decidueye Hisuian, so Decidueye is always going for close combat into Pretzel. The important thing is that Tailwind is not prioritized as long as the Pokemon sees a fast kill. So Decidueye is going for close combat onto Pretzel, and Chandelure is going for it doesn't matter because we're going to knock off his ass and kill him in one shot. So, the important thing is that Chandelure does see kills here, so it never uses Protect because it does have Protect. So we're going to Mega, we're going to knock off Chandelure, and we're going to fake out Decidueye. Okay? And slot 2 is Pretzel, so Pretzel baits out what is next. Because Pretzel is slow thanks to the Iron Ball, this is always going to go Blastoise next. This is really nice. This is really, really nice because this Blastoise is extremely annoying, so it's nice to get it out of the way as quickly as possible. So, on this turn, Blastoise sees a fast kill with Pretzel on Focus Blast and only Focus Blast. Decidueye, again, sees a fast kill on Pretzel with Close Combat. So what we can do on this next turn is we can knock off the Blastoise. This is important because it gets rid of Blastoise's Iapapa Berry. Well, no, that is important. But so that's important. And what's also important is that even if knockoff crits, it never kills Blastoise. So we can always ensure that Blastoise is still around. This is not going to go fake out because it doesn't see that we see a kill on it. It's going to prioritize the fast kill on Pretzel over fake out or anything like that. So knockoff is always safe with Blastoise, and Spiky Shield is always safe with Pretzel. Another important thing is that if knockoff crits, this will put Blastoise into Torrent range. But that is okay. It didn't crit, so it doesn't matter. But that is okay because at Pretzel's current HP, it wouldn't even bait the Muddy Water anyways, so it doesn't matter. Now, again, Close Combat into Pretzel, Focus Blast into Pretzel as well. Of course, those are two fighting type moves, so we're going to switch to Dragapult. The issue that we have, though, right, is that Scrappy actually does kill Decidueye, or the Close Combat would hit the Dragapult because of Decidueye's Scrabby. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to kill Decidueye. We have Aerial Ace. This is ×4. Thanks to the Fake Out plus the Spiky Shield chip, Decidueye now always dies to McLaughlin's Aerial Ace. And we can bring a safe switch into Shelly Ann on the Focus Blast. Dragadies Pulse! Aerial Ace kills Decidueye, always. That keeps Shelly Ann safe. Blastoise can't do anything. Okay, so the nice thing, though, is that Blastoise will never use Follow Me because it still sees a kill onto Focus Blast with McLaughlin. Now, Gengar came out next here because Absol baits a fast kill from Gengar. So that's great because guess who immediately dies to a Sucker Punch? And this is why Absol is so good. That's right, Mega Gengar. And then after that, Shelly Ann will be able to kill the Blastoise with Dragon Darts. Blastoise never goes for Follow Me because Follow Me is +6 and it sees a slow kill on McLaughlin, so it'll always go for that. Doesn't Follow Me. Gengar never protects here because it also sees kills on McLaughlin and Shelly Ann. I need to... Can I get away with a Draco drop here? I actually could, right? That doesn't change anything. No, it does. Sorry. No, it does. It does. I can't Draco drop, unfortunately. I can Darts. The nice thing about Darts is that it'll hit both after we kill the Gengar, though. So this is always fine. Sucker Punch is going to go before Shelly Ann, even though we're faster. So Dragon Darts will hit Blastoise both times. Is this... Are we certain that this is true, right? It will target him twice, right? It's not going to miss one. Can we confirm that? I know that there's some weird stuff with Dragon Darts. Buy one Emil, does that work? It will double hit? Okay, thank you. Thank you, guys. And we knocked off the Iapapa Berry, which is important. Darts does 61% to Blastoise. GG, Gengar. This is super satisfying. Always dead. Okay. And Blastoise also always dead here. Okay, last two Pokemon. Definitely the scariest, though. Lunala and Giratina. Okay? So, this is good. Lunala and Giratina. So the reason that we are pre-damaged on Shelly Ann is because now Giratina sees a kill on Shelly Ann with Shadow Sneak, and more importantly, it also sees that Draco Meteor kills it. So Giratina, even though it's a slow kill on McLaughlin, it's always targeting Shelly Ann here, okay? Shelly Ann is always getting targeted by Shadow Sneak here because when the AI sees that it's dead, it prioritizes priority moves. We actually probably didn't need to be pre-damaged here because even We saw the kill with Draco Meteor, so it should always do this anyways. But regardless, Giratina always shadow sneaking Shelly-Ann. Lunala, here's the interesting thing with Lunala. Lunala sees a kill on McLaughlin, which is why we're pre-damaged, and Shelly-Ann. It sees kills with several different moves. However, there is a Meteor Beam trick where if Lunala is holding a Power Herb, which it is, and it knows Meteor Beam, which is a move that on the first turn increases their special attack and then kills, it will always go for Meteor Beam. If it sees a kill with Meteor Beam, it always clicks Meteor Beam. No matter what else it can do, it always sees a kill with Meteor Beam. So, McLaughlin is faster than both of these Pokemon. So what we're going to do is we're going to knock off, this is a very common strategy, we're going to knock off Lunala's Meteor Beam so that when it goes for Meteor Beam, it's not going to get to go off. Meteor Beam knockoff, because Lunala has Shadow Shield, unfortunately does not kill. That'd be really cool if knockoff just straight up killed, but it doesn't. Knockoff on Lunala, and Shelly-Ann is going to switch into Urshifu. Shadow Sneak. So this does just enough damage to put Urshifu. Oh, we crit. That's hilarious. Okay, so this is over. Well, that's not fun. Oh, good job, McLaughlin. All right. Well, that'll do it. That'll do it, guys. That would have been cool. Basically, what we do on the it just changes things a little bit, but all we have to do, unfortunately, you can't knock off a Giratina's Grigious Orb. So Sucker Punch is actually more damage. If you don't knock off the item that the Pokemon has, it doesn't get the knockoff boost. So Sucker Punch is always more damage than knockoff. We're gonna Sucker Punch Giratina here. Giratina now sees a fast kill on Thompson with Dragon Pulse, okay? Dragon Pulse always does 195 to 229, so it's always going Dragon Pulse here. That means, and Giratina is actually faster than our Urshifu, so we just switch out. We could switch out to Pretzel, which was going to be the plan, because then I can Spiky Shield, and then it's over. But we're not going to do that. We'll just go to Cocktail instead, since it's safer. But yeah, this is over, because we can just Sucker Punch twice, and that's a guaranteed kill onto Urshifu. Or onto Giratina, rather. All right, that's Phoebe defeated. Good job, Phoebe. That's double battles down. Deathless Phoebe. Let's go. All right, chat. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. This is where it gets hard. This next fight is where we live or die. This next fight. Glacia is really freaking hard. This next one is terrifying. We basically risked one thing so far, which was that poison gunk shot turn. That was the only turn that we risked. This Glacia is extremely difficult, and there are a couple ways that this can go very wrong. The only Pokemon that needs to pre-damage is Absol, and Absol just needs to be less than 222. Here's the team. Mamoswine with Focus Sash. We got a Mega Abomasnow. We got Arctovish. We got Enamorus. We got Kyurem White. We got Calyrex Ice. This is an insane team. This Calyrex Ice is a huge pain in the ass. Our only answer to this is Slowbro, but the issue is that I need Slowbro burned to deal with Drake's Zygarde. So I'm taking consistent chip with burn, and even with amazing defense, this Calyrex can do all sorts of nasty stuff. It can set up Substitute, it can Swords Dance, it can do all sorts of terrible stuff. Glacial Lance still does a really solid amount of damage when you factor in that you're probably switching in on it. So this is terrifying. This is where it gets extremely scary, and I will point out the times that it gets extremely scary. God! Okay, come on, Glacia. Come on, Glacia. Come on, Glacia. Let's have a good battle. What happens if I click double? Well, we're not going to do that, but what happens? All right. All right, she leads with Mamoswine. This Mamoswine has Focus Sash and Stealth Rock. Surging Strike says, go f yourself. So, this Urshifu is nice because it sees fast kills on Abomasnow and Arctivish. So this is always going to go into Enamorous. Enamorous sees a slow kill with Moonblast. Nothing else sees a kill that doesn't die. The Abomasnow and the Arctivish both just get killed. So it's going to go Enamorous. Okay, so this is always going Moonblast. We're going to go Togedemaru. Okay, Togedemaru is going to take a decent amount from Moonblast. If it crits, that's okay, because it's always baiting, most importantly, it's always baiting Mystical Fire here. Togedemaru eats a Moonblast. I really, for steering's sake, really don't want this getting a crit here. For steering's sake, do not get a crit. Thank you. Okay. This is always going Mystical Fire. 67.1% of the time, it always sees a kill here with Mystical Fire. So we are going into Primarina. Okay. So, see how little damage that does? That's good. We are going to Encore. We're faster. So we always Encore this into Mystical Fire. We have 2 turns of Mystical Fire Encore. Okay. This is where things get a little tricky. So we could switch directly to Urshifu here and take the kill with two Surging Strikes. The problem with that is that if Urshifu gets crit by either Mystical Fire, then the Kyurem that comes out next is going to see more than a crit kill with, it's going to see a kill with either Dragon Pulse or Earth Power, and then that means that it's not a safe switch back to Cocktail. There's also some other slightly bad things that can happen with that. We want Urshifu with as much HP as possible right now with this. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to take advantage of this Enamorous being stuck. First, we're going to flip turn. Doesn't really matter. This has leftovers, so it's probably going to get back all of that HP anyways. But we're going to go to Maximino here. And what this allows us to do is on this following turn, it actually allows us to Mega so that we are Mega'd and fully prepared for the Calyrex. Okay? Again, this is stuck Mystical Firing again. So we're going to just get to Mega here and slack off to get back to full HP minus the burn. And that puts Maximino in the perfect condition to deal with the Calyrex. So we're always at full HP, even if that one crit. This now can no longer get crit, which is important. This is at full HP. Encore is now over. Okay. This right here is where it gets scary. Okay, this Enamorous knows Calm Mind. So the way that the AI works with Calm Mind is that you can never really fully guarantee Calm Mind, but you can make it very, very likely. So Enamorous is faster than Slowbro, and we cannot, after the 2 Mystical Fire special attack drops, we do not 3-hit KO this. So this means that Enamorous sees +8 to go for Calm Mind. We have Rock Smash, so it's not a defensive setup. It is an offensive setup with Calm Mind. This is +8 to go for Calm Mind. So this always goes Calm Mind unless the AI also sees +8 for Moonblast, and then it wins that tie between Calm Mind and Moonblast. So 90% of the time, Enamorous is going Calm Mind here. We really, really want this to go Calm Mind. If it goes Moonblast, things get very, very sketchy because we need to Encore this into Calm Mind. Okay? I really hope that this Calm Minds. If it doesn't Calm Mind, again, 10% of the time, it does not Calm Mind. If this Calm Minds, we're golden. If it doesn't, things get a little sketchy depending on what happens next. So we go Cocktail. Please Calm Mind. Please Calm Mind. Please Calm Mind. It's not the end of the world if it doesn't, but it makes things much harder. So we really want this to Calm Mind. Please Calm Mind. %, chance. Okay. Now it's a 20% chance to not Calm Mind. Because now we're no longer faster. This is +7. I need this to go Calm Mind now. We life do to get back some HP. Yeah, no crit is good. Calm Mind. Calm Mind. Please Calm Mind. Please Calm Mind. Please. Please, please, please. No! Why are you doing that? Why did it do that? Dude, that's like a 2% and it crit. This is really bad. I think I wipe. That's, oh my god, that was so unlikely. This is guaranteed Moonblast now. It's always Moonblast. Oh, me, dude. And I gotta go to Pretzel and hope that it doesn't crit. I think I have to sack Toga here, but it means that I get so later. Yeah. All right, Togedemaru has to go down. There's one way he doesn't. And it's a flinch. That was so unlikely. God damn it. All right. I mean, we're still really in trouble because now the Kyurem, I think, can crit kill Primarina, and if it does that, we're in trouble. Oh god. Okay, one second. How much does Mystical Fire do? Okay, actually, if we can bait Mystical Fire, we can get out of this. Okay, we can still get out of this, I think. Oh my god, that was so bad. Always Moonblast. Hey, Pretzel. Never dead to crit. Okay, heal. Okay, this is always Mystical Fire. Yeah, it's never Moonblast. It's always Mystical Fire. Oh, no, wait, looking at the wrong one. Never Moonblast. It's always Mystical Fire. I think we get out of this. Hi, Pop. I think we get out of this. Mystical Fire does how much to Prim? Even double crit does... Yeah, we actually only need to... Okay. It just can't double crit. It just can't double crit. We go back, we encore it into Mystical Fire. But then... That's fine. Mystical Fire, how much PP do you have? It's only 10 PP. I can't believe it did that. Dude. Oh, God. Okay, hold on. How many Mystical Fires has it used? It used it on Togue, then I encored, and then I used it 2 more times. So we have 6 Mystical Fires here. It used it 4 times. It used it when I switched. Yeah. Oh, God. Is there a world where I just sat? No. I can't. I gotta do this though. Gotta encore. Okay. It's fine. That's how many? 6. Oh, there's only 4 more. I can't do this. I can't heal the full because it's gonna Mystical Fire again. Or it's gonna Moonblast. I may have to gamble again. It's gonna run out of Mystical Fires. before I can get to Urshifu. So I have to hope that it Calm Minds again. I can't slack off Yawn Stall. I can't. Calm Mind does, or Moonblast does too much damage. We've got a Life Dew here. Come on! So it's always encoring again. But if I encore it, that was 8. All right, I got one more shot. I got literally one more shot here. It won't struggle. It'll just end the encore. God, it still sees a kill. Please just Calm Mind. How much Moonblast does it have left? How many Moonblasts does it use? Unfortunately, it has 16 Moonblasts, I think. God, this guy's such a head. Nah, it's got 24. Never mind. God, dude, this just got so ugly. All right, I think we got to stack Togedemaru. That crit me. Oh, man. That was bad, dude. And then we got to get some rolls here. I can't risk Life Doing here again. I think Togedemaru dies here, which means we have to steer for the champ. I'm sorry, Togi. I'm sorry, buddy. Alright, but I mean, there's one way you can help us out here, I guess. They're both 20%. They're both 30%. Come on, Togi. You were so good, buddy. You were so good. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, man. You were gonna get to take out freaking Kyogre. You were gonna get to take out Kyogre. At least you high rolled, so now we should be able to guarantee you kill this. Oh my god, that wasn't even the... Alright, I swear to God. Just don't low roll this, please. For the love of God, don't low roll this. Okay, we're fine. Oh, Togi. Dude, that was so bad. Okay. We gotta lock in.
R.I.P. Pretzel, you will be
This is
missed.
Kyurem, rather. There's literally no way around this now. We gotta dodge a crit. With, This is so bad. This is always Dragon Pulse, so we always go Cocktail. Dragon Pulse, never, but we need a slow flip turn here. Because Earth Power does way too much. Please. I'm begging you, Cocktail. I'm begging you. I think we probably wipe here if this crits. Oh my god, thank you! Okay. 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 No, we're not Draco dropping. This has Assault Vest. We're Dragon Dartsing. This always kills. Okay. Okay. So, we taught Dragapult Flamethrower so that the Abomasnow does not come out. What's going to come out instead is the Arctivish. Slow kill on Arctivish. I really need this Arctivish to Blizzard me. It's a 50-50. We can't afford... There was stuff, but it's so much easier if this Blizzards me. It could Icicle Crash, but I really want it to Blizzard. Please, just fucking Blizzard. Just fucking Blizzard, please. Blizzard as we go to Thompson. Thank you! Oh, thank God. Crit as well. If you're good, crit. It's not a crit. Okay. Okay. We got it. 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 So, what remains is Arctivish, Calyrex, and Abomasnow. What we need to do is we need to ensure that Calyrex does not go for Swords Dance when we switch Thompson into the Slowbro. So in order to do that, we need to be at low HP. We need to be at 140 HP. We're not at 140 HP, I know what you're saying. But, yeah, 148 actually, to guarantee that that it sees a kill. So we need to take one more hit here. We have the Lumberry. So actually, we got lucky that this didn't freeze because double freeze would be bad. The thing is that it could also go Whirlpool, but Whirlpool with the residual will do enough to bring us under 148. We're never dead to crit here because it's no longer Ice Gem. So what we always do here is we Rock Smash turn 1. No crit is good. Blizzard. Okay, that's fine. Okay, we got it. We got it. We got it. We f***ing got it. No freeze. Now we close combat. This kills. This drops our defense. Calyrex always sees a kill here. So it never goes Swords Dance. It never goes Substitute. Okay. So, this is always going either high horsepower or whatever. We have just enough HP to guarantee and live this. We go Maximino. We cannot be crit now, which is important. So, Glacial Lance, always guaranteed there. Look at how much damage this does. Decent amount. We are going to get burned, but we're going to survive with like 13 HP. So, turn 1. The important thing, too, here is because we are Rock Smash and Future Sight, this never goes for Substitute. This always goes either Swords Dance or it just goes Glacial Lance again. So we're going to Yawn turn 1. What? What? No, it should never use Substitute. Swords Dance. It's not in the AI move. It's not it. Look. Swords Dance, offensive setup. Starts at +6, and player Mon cannot 3-hit KO AI Mon, which we can't. +1. If the AI is also faster than the player, +1. This should be at +8. Substitute is only ever +6, so it should never substitute. Why did it substitute? No, he does not 3-hit KO on max roll. That's a wipe. It's if player Mon cannot AI hit KO. I'm not gonna clause in the Elite Four. That's so lame. But I don't know what I did wrong. Go to substitute AI. Substitute. Phantom Force is a roll, so I could still get out of it. I'm wiped. I wiped. I don't understand, dude. My only out is to hope that it Swords Dances this turn. Shelly Ann comes out and it high rolls Phantom Force. There's like 5 rolls that will kill this. But Rock Smash does 4%, and it's not going to get the defense drop. And if it sets up a single Sword Stance, I'm done at this point. Man, we had such good strats, too. Like, I can't stall this out of Glacial Lances because if it sets up a single Sword Stance, it'll just... But it's super likely to set up Sword Stance here. I think I have to do that, though. Can I switch to Primarina and Encore it like, into Sword Stance? I guess I can, right? I guess that's how I would do it. Encore works through sub. Yeah, that's what I have to do. That's the play. Encore does work through substitute, right? Encore can hit through a substitute. Go for Sword Stance, coward. Go for Sword Stance. Go for Sword Stance. Go for Sword Stance. I don't understand. Am I just that unlucky? Yeah, that's game. Is it because of Future Sight? Nope. I don't understand. I really don't. This goes through his substitute, and it doesn't kill it anyways, so it's over. It's game. Can't kill the Abomasnow. Or I guess I can, but... I mean, that's on me, but, like, I can't beat... I can't... The AI was wrong. What am I gonna do? Didn't even kill it. I was wrong. I just got extremely unlucky. This was just extremely unlucky. I missed every single thing. Unless the AI is wrong, like, I think I just got extremely unlucky. Looking forward to discovering new bugs, you know? I wouldn't be surprised. Yesterday, I wiped. Kind of. I wiped to Glacia. The reason that I wiped was extremely confusing and a total mystery at the time, and it wasn't until later in the day that we found out why I wiped. This is what happened. So we went into Glacia, and everything went... the first two fights went flawlessly. Everything went great. I'm going to talk about this Enamorous thing in a little bit. So the thing about this Calyrex is that it is extremely difficult to deal with. It's got a Custat Berry, it's got Glacial Lance, it's got Substitute, and it's got Sword Stance. So you have to be extremely specific with figuring out what you want it to do. Slowbro always survives 2 Glacial Lances after that second Glacial Lance. Mega Slowbro, or after that first one, sorry. Mega Slowbro cannot be critical hit. So Calyrex has no way to kill Slowbro. Or sorry, if it sets up Swords Dance, then we survive 1+2 Glacial Lance from this HP, even after coming in on the Glacial Lance here. You can see how much damage it does, and it does nothing here. Okay? What we want to do here against this Calyrex is we want to yawn it on turn 1, and then on the second turn, use Rock Smash to drop its defense by 1. Rock Smash is a guaranteed defense drop in Pokemon Run Bun. That lets me safely switch to Dragapult on the sleep turn and take the kill with Phantom Force. The issue is if Calyrex sets up a substitute, then our yawn fails on the first turn. If it sets up a substitute on the second turn, our Rock Smash doesn't get the defense drop. So if we go into the AI docs, and I've simplified the AI docs here so that it's just the stuff that we care about. And these AI docs, what they do is they explain exactly what the AI will do. If you guys don't know how the AI works, is that every possible move gets a score, like this, right? And the AI will always use the move that has the highest score. So the way that you cook lines is you go, okay, what is the AI gonna do when I have certain things set up, when I'm baiting kills, when I'm not baiting kills? The whole premise of how to play this game is by being able to understand what the AI is going to do. So if we look at the Glacial Lance, which is highest damaging move AI, it'll be +6 80% of the time, +8 20% of the time. Substitute starts at +6, and there's a bunch of stuff here that doesn't apply in this situation. If the player mon is asleep, I'm not asleep, I'm burned. If the player mon is leech seated, I'm not leech seated, I'm burned. So substitute is now +6. We also don't have any sound-based moves, and this is not true. Substitute +6, highest damaging move +6 or +8. If that was it, then there is a chance that the AI will either substitute or go for highest damaging move. But here's where things get interesting. If we go to the general setup, so this is all types of setup moves, Dragon Dance, Calm Mind, includes Swords Dance. Swords Dance falls into offensive setup. Swords Dance also starts at +6. There is a condition here. If the player cannot 3-hit KO the AI Mon, the offensive setup will get a +1 to its score. And then if it is also faster and it can't 3-hit KO, it'll get another +1 to its offensive score. So what this is telling me, because Calyrex is not 3-hit KO by our Slowbro with Rock Smash or Future Sight, it should see that Swords Dance is at +8. According to this documentation, it should be at +8. +6 substitute, +8 guaranteed for Swords Dance, and then its highest damaging move +6 or +8. So what this means is that it will never substitute. So the only way that it doesn't Swords Dance is if it rolls the 20% of getting a +8 with highest damaging move, and then the 50-50 between highest damaging +8 versus Swords Dance +8. So it should be 90% of the time Swords Dancing and 10% of the time going for highest damaging move. What ended up happening is that Calyrex did set up substitute. As you can tell, this should not have happened. And nobody could figure out what was wrong here. Why did this Calyrex go for substitute when it's only +6 and everything and setup is +8? To be clear, I also got extremely lucky trying to get out of this, and this is why I wiped. It was not unluck. It was literally, I had a guaranteed win based on the information that I had, based on the information that we know about how the game works, because this AI doc is actually written by people that went through and looked at the code. The code is supposed to be doing all of this stuff. Let's talk about why this didn't work. Huge shout outs to Tara. And I want to say that this AI document is created by people in the community, people that are just doing it for the love of documenting it and figuring this out. And so none of this should be an indictment on their hard work, on everything that they put into it. I'm extremely grateful for them doing all of this stuff. So it's awesome that they were able to put this together. And in general, Run and Bun has an incredibly well documented set of AI documents and trainer docs and everything. It's extremely well documented. So I really hope this doesn't come off as me shitting on their work, and I will explain what the issue is. And I actually don't think it's the fault of the docs. So this is a piece of code from the Run and Bun AI. This is the code for whether an AI should set up offensively. If we can't feint the AI in 3 hits, then we're gonna add that +1 to our score. And if we are also slower than the AI, it adds another +1 to the score. So this chunk of code highlighted by blue is what is ostensibly this bit right here. And this bit right here was pivotal to my strategy because it meant that the setup would be +8. It wouldn't be guaranteed, but it would be +8 so that Swords substitute at +6 would never come out. The issue, and I can't claim to fully understand why this is, but this asterisk parentheses score parentheses ++, this is just ever so slightly incorrect. And instead of it be looking like this, it should look like this. The asterisk should be on the inside of the parentheses. And basically what's happening by the asterisk not being on the inside of the parentheses is that this is not adding anything to this score. It is instead adding it, it's a C pointer bug basically. So it's pointing to a variable and changing the address that it's pointing to, not changing the variable itself, which in this case is the score. This is not true. Not at all. So what actually happened is that Swords Dance is at +6 instead of the +8 that I thought it was based on the documentation. So that means that instead of it never going for substitute, it now does have a chance to substitute, and it went for substitute. Got unlucky there, but the point is that it went from a guaranteed win to a risk that I was not aware I was taking. It's playing, you're playing a different game at that point. That is a fundamental difference in how the game is operated. A lot of people, myself included, were like, how the could you not figure this out that this was not correct? Okay, couple things. First off, there are thousands and thousands of lines of code in this game that's creating the code for this game. So to expect a document created by people who are not getting paid to do it, not doing it, it's not even their game. They didn't do the code, they're just compiling it. To expect them to go line by line and make sure that the coding is correctly implemented is insane, unreasonable, and anybody looking at this would be able to see, and if they can read code, be like, okay, this is what's happening and this is what they want it to do, so we're gonna put this in the AI doc. So this is 100% not the fault of anybody that has contributed to this AI doc. This is plain and simple, poorly executed code. Believe me, I've coded plenty in my life. Errors happen all the time. It's understandable. It's forgivable. You're not making money off of coding Run and Bun. Whatever it happens, it happens. So I'm not trying to cast aspersions on the game or anything like that. Why was this not ever discovered until I did it? The reason for this is interesting, and it's because a lot of what it affects, minor changes to general setup, which is almost never guaranteed to happen anyways. So what it's really doing is simply changing a lot of odds. And there's no way on a sample by sample basis to tell that the odds have been changed unless there's something really, really f***y that happens, such as substitute being at +6 and going for it anyways. The reason that this Enamorous thing was so chaotic is that we started out Enamorous here versus Slowbro. Enamorous does not see that we 3-hit kill it because it dropped our special attack by 2. So Slowbro does not see a 3-hit kill on Enamorous, and Slowbro is not faster than Enamorous. So according what is supposed to be in the game, Enamorous should see a Calm Mind +8 here. This means that 90% of the time, Enamorous should go for Calm Mind. The only way it doesn't is that if it sees Moonblast +8, and then it wins the speed die of the 20% of the time. So 20% times 50%, 10%. And of course, when we switch back to Cocktail, it did not. It went Moonblast. You can very easily look at this and be like, damn, I got unlucky. I rolled the 10%. 10% is not that unlikely. That's really unfortunate. On this next turn, same thing applies here, except Cocktail is not slower than Enamorous. So now it's an 80% chance because theoretically Calm Mind is +7, which means that anytime highest damaging move gets +6, it's now always gonna go Calm Mind. Of course, it goes Moonblast. So that means that I rolled a 10% and a 20%. That is a 2% chance of happening. Not impossible, but extremely unlikely, right? It's enough for, if you see this, to not think there's anything going on here. It just makes you go, man, Flagon got super unlucky by rolling a 2% chance. But what actually happened is that because this part is not true, Calm Mind is only ever +6, which means that there is only a 40% chance of Enamorous going for Calm Mind against both Primarina and Slowbro. So instead of gambling on 90% into 80%, I had to gamble unknowingly on 40% into 40%. So what ends up being what I thought was a 2% risk ends up being a 36% risk. That is completely different. And I would never have done this strategy had I known that. I am not playing the game that I thought I was playing at that point. But the reason that nobody would look at that and be like, what the f*** is that because there is some variability there, you're not able to notice that it's actually super unlikely to get that 2%. Not impossible, but super unlikely. So we just chalk it up as Flagon got unlucky. But what actually is true is that the code is wrong. That's why it has been undiscovered up until this point. Or has it? One more thing before we talk about what's next. This bug, it's here. It's here. Look, it's also here. Should be inside the parentheses over here. There are dozens. Maybe that's an exaggeration. There are several other instances where this error is wrong. Emmy said 24 instances. Yeah, I didn't want to put words in people's mouth. So not only is this not true in the doc, this is also not true. This doesn't happen. Also, this does not happen. Also, this does not happen. That completely changes the calculus for how setup moves are oriented, and it completely changes. It's an extremely honest mistake. If the AI documentation was like this, then it would be fine because you wouldn't know any better, and yeah, it doesn't work the way that it does. This one right here is actually pretty crazy because what it's telling us is it should be that if the AI is at +2 attack, it'll never go for another Swords Dance, it'll never go for another Dragon Dance. That just is not true. That's just not true. It can, and it actually happened in my Watson fight against Electros, where Electros set up a coil even though it was already at +2 against my Torterra. I thought it can't go +3. It was very early in the game, so it was very confusing. I did not understand. And actually, funny enough, that ended up getting Terra to separate in this documentation the difference between defensive moves and offensive setup. Guarantee you that there are other instances in other people's runs that something like this happened, or they got really by what they thought was like a 90-10 or an 80-20 chance that was actually a 40-60 chance. And there's also instances in other people's definitely both winning and losing runs where people got extremely lucky because the odds were different than they thought. That's basically it, guys. That's what happened. That's why I wiped. I wiped because of a bug error that nobody in the world knew about. So I talked to a lot of people about this. I talked to my mods about this. We vented a bunch, commiserated in this. I talked to DRXX. I talked to Terra. I talked to Charlie, Mewtwo. I talked to Wiz. And I also talked to Peachal about it. Honestly, I was pretty content to, after this happened, after we wiped, I did go back and show how I would have done it. We did it. And I was content to, oh, sorry, you can't see this. How I was able to do it if it didn't set up substitute. And it ended up working out, and I got out, I win. And I was pretty much coming to terms, that being it. We're done, move on. It's a stupid game, I'm annoyed. But I think a huge part of that was coming from this insecurity, this feeling that if I were to run it back, if I were to redo it, people would judge me for it. It wouldn't count as an actual victory, and it would feel hollow. And I think that is because the community around hardcore Nuzlocking, extremely hard ROM hacks like Run and Bun, like Emerald Kaizo, can be very toxic. And it was ultimately Peachal that said that I should run it back, that he thinks that, I don't want to put words in his mouth, so I hope that this is not putting words in his mouth, but he encouraged me to just run it back. And that the 6 people that would care about it, it doesn't matter. Honestly, meant a lot to me to hear it from him. He is, in a lot of ways, somebody that I greatly respect and look up to, especially when I was starting out, and he was the inspiration for a lot of this stuff. To hear that from him, it's not validation. I shouldn't take it as validation. I shouldn't take it as, well, Peachal said this, so it's okay for me to do it. But it did make me feel great. It made me feel understanding that everybody deals with people that are naysayers, and it's not worth giving them attention. I reset this run for documented bugs that I didn't know about. I set that earlier. There's literally no reason that this doesn't count as a bug clause, as my bug clause, my personal rule set, other than it feels bad to have to stop in the middle of a stream where thousands of people are watching. I'm going to do it with the understanding that the AI is different, and it actually really doesn't change all that much. It changes a couple things. I have to do a couple things in a few different orders. I think I owe it to myself, both as a way to grow as a person, as a creator, as somebody with self-confidence to do this and still say I beat it in attempt 1 for myself personally, regardless of what other people think. And yeah, I have the extra heart scale. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach Slowbro Growl so that it doesn't set up substitute. This is the last time I'm going to talk about people that say that it doesn't validate, my run's not valid or whatever. I don't care. And I know I shouldn't care. Part of my growth as an individual and as a content creator needs to be being comfortable pushing past when people are a vocal minority of dissent. I don't care if my run is valid. That's the thing. I really appreciate everyone's support, but I also don't need your guys' validation either. I'm gonna do this for me. I'm gonna say, and I mean, there's a chance that I wipe again, but then at least I go out on my own terms. It's because I had a bad strategy and got unlucky. I think it's going to be fun. I think it's going to make for a really interesting end to whatever video I end up putting out about this. But I think for my personal closure, I want to see this to the end. And we're going to do that.